Okay, so let's talk about weight loss versus fat loss. Basically, weight in the scale, what it does is it measures the force of gravity on your body. That's what it does, okay? So how gravity is keeping you here on this earth, basically, all right? That is your weight. And also weight, it comprises of several things. It comprises of not just your fat, which you're trying to get rid of. Your weight comprises of fat, bones, ligaments, joints, organ mass, and muscle, okay? All of that content is included in the overall weight. So if you're trying to lose weight, all you have to do is simply stop eating. Starve yourself to death and you're going to lose weight. Is that beneficial? No, because you're losing all of the positive weight on your body. Your goal when it comes to weight loss is to focus on fat weight loss. So therefore, your body fat percentage is actually the highest indicator of your overall success. Now, how do we measure body fat percentage? Very simply so. All you have to do is you got to get a measuring tape. Get that measuring tape and be consistent with it and measure everything on your body. Measure your neck. This is what I have my clients do every 30 days. Measure your neck. Measure your shoulders. Measure your back, which is putting the tape right under your armpits. Measure your chest, which is putting the tape on your nipple line. Measure your waist, which is putting the tape on your umbilicus, also known as your belly button, and then following it around and making sure that that stays parallel with the ground. Measure your obliques, which is the widest point of your stomach, or the blocky part, or the love handles, right? After that, measure your butt, making sure that your feet are shoulder width distance and keeping the measurement tape again consistent with parallel all the way around your body. Then measure your upper thighs as high as you can get up on that measuring tape, the widest part of your thighs. Then measure your quadriceps. That is going to be basically putting the tape at the top of your hip bone, okay? So the iliac crest essentially, and then all the way down to the knee, and then in the middle of that tape you're going to measure your quad, okay? Then you want to follow that down and you want to measure your calves. Your calves are your lower leg and you want to measure the widest part of that, okay? That's how you do measurements. Do that every 30 days. Then make sure that you take a front picture of your shoulders down and back with your butt tight, so you can see perfect posture and your chin retracted back like someone's literally pushing you on your chin backwards, okay? This is going to be your front pose. The next, you're gonna turn to the right and you're gonna take a picture of the side of your body in the same exact posture. Make sure that your toes are even with one another and your heels are about shoulder width distance from side to side. Shoulders are down and back, and again, your butt is tight to give you perfect posture in your picture. The last pose is going to be the back pose. In this one, again, same posture, chin retracted back. This is going to allow you to see your upper back muscles as well as all of your trapezius and everything that connects your shoulder blades together, and also the separation of your delts, which is the rear of your shoulders, and then the Christmas tree, which is the bottom of your back, also known as the lumbar. It connects the entire body together. You want to see all of that, so make sure that you retract your shoulders down and back and push your chin back so you can see all of that musculature from the back of the photo. And then also making sure again that you tighten your butt, so again you have that perfect posture, and again your feet are shoulder width distance from side to side. So you take those three pictures, the front, the side, the back, and now you have your pictures, now you have your measurements. The last point is the scale, and you gotta keep measuring, you gotta keep jumping on the scale, okay? It does measure the force of gravity, and it also shifts because of the water inside of our body. We are an aqueous this individual. All that means is that we're made up of mostly water. So therefore, if you're drinking the right amount of water in your body, you could possibly be about 5 pounds heavier than what your actual overall weight is, considering focusing only on your muscle and your fat and your bones and all of the content that I displayed before. The last part of that content that you're weighing, of course, is water. Okay? So you have all of those things now. You have the ability to stay consistent and to really actually make the process measurable. Hence the word measurements, measurable. It makes everything very scientifically accurate, and you can take that data and you can tell yourself if you're doing good or if you're doing bad. If you're doing bad, you don't know what you're doing with nutrition, or you are just not consistent with your exercise. There's not going to be any difference outside of that. That's really what it comes with the measures that are variables that you can control the easiest. The other variables, they're going to be lifestyle variables, such as, are you controlling your stress? If you're constantly stressed, your body is going to hold water, point blank period. Your metabolism is going to slow down, all right? If you are not getting enough sleep, you are not recovering your hormones. So therefore, your T3, your thyroid, your leptin, all of these things that control your hormones, as well as your adrenaline, which controls whether you're hungry and or if you're gonna basically eat everything in the freaking kitchen or not, right? So if you're not getting enough sleep, then your metabolism is going to slow down, and all of those things are going to be out of whack. So number one, you're going to crave sugar. That's going to make you eat more carbohydrates. Carbohydrate stores, we do need carbohydrates, but not in excess. So you're going to eat more carbs than what your body can actually store. Remember, we can only store so much carbohydrates. In the glycogen stores, we can roughly store about 500 grams of carbohydrates. In the liver stores, we can roughly store about 150 grams or so at a given time, about 100 to 150 grams. That's not a lot, okay? So when you're looking at that over the course of your entire body, to lose those stores and to allow for more of those stores to be available to us, we have to burn that sugar off. The only way you can burn the sugar off is to make sure that you are strength training as hard as you possibly can. You're lifting heavy crap, okay? As well as lifting your own body weight, all right? So when you lift your body weight, that's called relative strength to your own body. So what you can actually handle at a full range of motion with your own body weight. When you're thinking about, pulling a weight from point A to point B with a dumbbell, a barbell, a resistant band, or otherwise, that is called our absolute strength. So you need to work both of those sides of the spectrum. You need to work your body weight, and then you also need to work with something that puts a load on your body in order to stay balanced with your exercise. You must work every part of your body individually, but balanced, okay? You have to focus on the muscles that are the weakest, not on the ones that are the strongest. You want to maintain the ones that are the strongest, okay? So I've given you a couple of tips overall what you should be focused on. When it comes to vitamins, you definitely need to be getting your soluble and you need to be getting your water soluble and your fat soluble vitamins in your body. The fat soluble ones are the vitamins A, D, E, and K. You must make sure that you're getting those in. I recommend having the B complex 100%. I recommend a specific ones to my clients. The vitamin D, I recommend that you're getting in between 4,000 to 10,000 IUs per day of that. And also magnesium. Magnesium's a big one, over 60. What it was the last time I looked at, about 65% of the entire world is deficient in that vitamin, which is a very, very important mineral, which is the magnesium. So make sure that you're getting your magnesium. Again, I recommend a specific one to my clients. Make sure that when you are getting a supplementation, that it's in the powder form or it's in the liquid form. form, or if it's and then also that is GMP certified. And if it's GMP certified, if it is a gel capsule, that's also okay. If you take cell salts, which I recommend those as well, those come in the form of little salts, so obviously it can't be liquid, powder, or otherwise, but it is a salt, okay, a condensed salt that you take to enhance how your cells think. I recommend different cell salts to my clients as well. And make sure that you're getting in your water. Make sure that you're getting in a form of omega-3 support. So that can come from flaxseed oil or from fish and krill oil together. Don't have them separately, because the krill actually helps the fish oil absorb into the body better. We call this bioavailability. So it's what the body actually holds on to. There's some other ones alongside of those. If you have questions, of course, you can email Hyler.training@gmail.com. Hyler is spelled, which is my last name, Hyler.training, I hope you know how to spell training, @gmail.com. I have a few spots left open for my online training at this point. And if you hit me up soon enough, you'll be a part of that group. What I do is I teach real nutrition. I teach the foundation of nutrition. I am certified as a precision nutrition level 1 coach. And also alongside of that, I am a geek. So I research everything. I keep on top of the top research for fat loss and developing lean muscle. I am also a competitor, so I know what it takes to keep a balanced body, and also how to bring up weak muscles, which in your case, if you're not interested in competing, is simply going to keep you balanced and away from any kind of joint stresses, okay? That's the stuff that pains you, all right? So I teach my clients real nutrition, the foundation of it, so they don't have to worry about meal plans. They can create their own life, live their own life on their terms, and eat without guilt. I also create balanced programs, strength training programs, based off of a client doing a fitness test and also a movement test that I created, that I have found over 11 years to be the very best in the world for depicting where someone is versus their weaknesses and their strengths. I do that for you. I create that for you. And every 3 months, I change that for you. This is how we are to develop as beings. You do not want to change your plans more than every 3 months. You have to give your body a time to adapt to the movement. So number 1, you're not hurting yourself. Number 2, you're actually getting something from the exercises. And number 3, you actually have some data to go off of. Are you getting stronger? Are you getting weaker in these things? If you are not getting stronger, chances are you're not eating right, okay? Because you're not recovering, you're not sleeping well, you're too stressed out, and you're not putting yourself as a priority. Okay, my program is friggin' awesome, man. It really is good. I developed it over 11 years. We focus on mindset. You get coaching videos. You get lifestyle videos. You get tons of nutrition information. You will get my structure, how I structure nutrition, so you can eat well every single day. If you have any issues that you have had, whether you are lactose intolerant, if you have bad gut permeability, meaning that you have gut issues, if your skin is breaking out, if you have hormone issues, if you're depressed, if you just got out of a marriage and you're trying to get back on track, if anything has happened to you. I've been through so much in my life, and I literally take my experiences, I give them to you guys, and I've researched everything, okay? I'm a holistic freaking nerd. I constantly research holistic things, how we're to heal our bodies naturally. And just so you understand, the body heals itself. The body heals itself. All we have to do is we have to support the cells in order for that process to happen. And I help individuals learn how to supplement so they understand how to do that. I help people learn how to eat so they can age gracefully and keep pain out of their joints and out of their gut, okay? Inflammation and bloating and all of that stuff that makes our life terrible, Okay, I do all of these things. On top of that, the mindset portion, I have you guys doing these forums in the morning called Getting Ready to Do Battle in the Mind. It was created so that every single day you can win. Okay, and then I have you do this nighttime form, and it is called Preparing for Tomorrow's Huge Success. I have my clients do that because it allows us to keep track of everything that we win at every single day. And studies show us that if we do not track our wins, we will forget our wins, small and big. We have to track them all. It keeps us focused, it keeps us motivated, it keeps us inspired, and all of those things are tools to keep the needle going in the right direction. Also, it has you track what you can do better the next day. Did you fumble during the day? Great. Well, now you can do better, and you're going to write down 3 of those things. You always track 3 of your wins. No matter what, you have to search for those wins. It makes you think. It lets you connect with your process. And then after that, you have to then say how you're going to do better. At least 3. At least 3. Now, all of these habits together, it makes a powerful human being. It allows you to be successful. That's my only job. I've researched for 11 whole years working with tons of different people in order to make this process crack, okay? I have it perfect. I have it perfect. I've literally discovered the fountain of youth. I've literally discovered how people are getting well and how people are actually losing body fat and how people are gaining muscle at consistent rates when they've been with several coaches before me and haven't been able to hold on to any of it, right? The reason why is I connect with you guys. I connect with my clients. It's very important that I do this to me because I have a heart for this, okay? So I keep my clientele base very small so I'm able to connect with individuals individually and allow individuals to feel like an individual, meaning that we share the very uncomfortable things together so you can get over them. Something that you keep inside of your mind, that's why I have you do the Battle in the Mind form, right? Something you keep in your mind is not doing you any good. It's actually causing you harm. So we talk about those things together in confidence. We trust each other and we push each other and we get to where you need to go. All right. So that's all about my program and my plan. That's talking about weight loss versus fat loss. If you want to join the team, again, just reach out to me, man. You can find me at hyler.training@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram at JAIHYLER. That's J Hyler without any spaces. That's my personal page. My client page is Coach JAIS Client Stories. Okay, that's all my information. I can also be found on Facebook with JAIHYLER. Of course, there's a space in between the J and the Hyler. And that's everything, guys, man. I hope this benefited someone today. I hope you now understand what weight loss versus fat loss actually means, why you should pick up heavy weight in general, why you should be eating right in general. And if you ever hit a sticking point and you don't know why, you've tried everything, I can get you there. I've done it over and over and over again. There is no sticking points. There's just a lack of knowledge. All right. God bless you all. Coach Jay, and I'm signing out. Been talking too long. Let me get to this gym.